Hi there guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Today I wanted to show you my Impact Wrestling Essentials collection. The mini series of 7 sets is finally complete now because of my good friend Eli in America, who managed to help me get the Gail Kim Essential collection that I needed to finish that little mini set there as part of the TNA Impact Wrestling collection. So I'm showing you them all in alphabetical order, and we're going to kick things off with the only one that's a 4-disc set of the series here, and that's the Essential AJ Styles collection. 30 plus matches, 12 hours of action, 4-disc set featuring the stars of Impact Wrestling. And on the spine we have the TNA logo, the TNA home video logo at the top, and a picture of AJ Styles' face, and the Essential AJ Styles collection text, and it gives a little bit of detail on the spine as well, where it says 30 plus matches, 12 hours of action, 4-disc set. And on the back we have awesome screenshots of AJ Styles. So this covers matches such as against Low-Key, Psychosis, and Jerry Lynn to crown the first X Division champion from June 2002. We have AJ Styles versus Raven versus Jeff Jarrett for the World Championship from June 2003. Against Jeff Hardy, Hardy's TNA debut in June 2004. Final Resolution 2005 versus P.T. Williams and Chris Sabin in an Ultimate X match. We also have against Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels for the X Division Championship from Unbreakable 2005. His Bound for Glory 2005 match against Christopher Daniels, which was an Iron Man match. No Surrender Ultimate X match. Him and Christopher Daniels against the LAX. Hard Justice 2008 match, a last man standing match. This one, guys, was against Kurt Angle. No Surrender, we had him against Sting, Kurt Angle, Matt Morgan, and Hernandez, for the World Championship. Bound for Glory, his match against Sting for the World Championship. That's Bound for Glory 2009, sorry guys. And Bound for Glory 2013, his World Championship match against Bully Ray. Plus matches against CM Punk, Booker T, Sabu, Austin Aries, Tommy Dreamer, Tiger Mask, Chris Sabin, Sean Wootman, D'Angelo De Niro, Kid Cash, Douglas Williams, America's Most Wanted, and more. And there's just a little description of the DVD there on the top left-hand corner. And yeah, that's the Essential AJ Styles collection. And this is the only one of the set of this set of 7 guys that has the TNA home video logo at the top and comes in a clear case. Well, mine did anyway. I don't know if they're all going to be like that for all of you guys, if you own any of those. But that's how all of mine are. Well, AJ Styles has the clear case, and the rest of them are all in black cases. So next up we have Bobby Roode, the Essential Collection. 30 matches, 9 hours of action, 3-disc set. And there's the spine. This time, as I said, with the Impact Wrestling logo instead of the TNA home video logo. And again, a brief description on the spine. 30 matches, 9 plus hours of action, 3-disc set. And this one has a list of matches but no dates on them. So we have Bobby Roode versus Jeff Hardy, Team NWA versus Team Canada, Beer Money Incorporated versus LAX for the World Tag Team Championship, Beer Money versus LAX versus Blueprint Matt Morgan and Abyss versus Team 3D, Monsters Ball match for the World Tag Team Championship, Beer Money versus Team 3D for the World Tag Team Championship, Bobby Roode versus Kurt Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's probably from Bound for Glory 2011. It's a shame they didn't have any dates on this one. Versus Samoa Joe versus James Storm for the World Heavyweight Championship. That would have been on the episode of Impact a few weeks after Bound for Glory 2011, I think, or a month after maybe, and against AJ Styles in an Iron Man match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bully Ray versus James Storm versus Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Roode, a four-way for the World Heavyweight Championship. A no-holds-barred match against Sting, against RVD for the World Heavyweight Championship. Austin Aries teaming up with Roode against Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero for the World Tag Team Championship, versus Lashley with Kurt Angle as a special referee for the World Heavyweight Championship, versus Eric Young, 6 sides of steel match. Beer Money versus the Wolves for the World Tag Team Championship. Plus matches with Free Live Crew, Rhino, P.T. Williams, Booker T, Christian Cage, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, Consequences Creed, and more. And there we go with various screenshots and then a brief description of that DVD set for Bobby Roode in the top left-hand corner as well. I like the blue colour they've used for all of these, and they've kept all the colour combination the same for all of these essential DVDs, which I think is pretty cool. Now, all of these are sealed with exception of the Gail Kim one, so I'll show you what the Gail Kim discs look like. Otherwise, I would have showed you the discs for all of them, and I'm under the impression they're all going to be very similar anyway. Here's Eric Young up next. 40 matches, 9+ hours of action, 3 disc set. Impact Wrestling logo and the description of what I read on the front just now. Screenshots and then DVD's description in the top left hand corner on this one too. This one had dates on, unlike the Bobby Roode one. So this one had Team Canada versus Free Life Crew from Bound for Glory 2005. Team Canada versus Team 3D from Against All Odds 2006. Eric Young versus Robbie Roode, Robert Roode. That's because I'm used to calling him Bobby Roode, from Slammiversary 2007. Against All Odds 2008 match against James Storm. Eric Young and Kaz versus AJ Styles and Tomko versus LAX from Impact Wrestling April 17th 2008. December 3rd 2009, it doesn't say what the event was or if it was on Impact, it just has a date there, which is a bit strange. So Eric Young and Kevin Nash versus Beer Money. A Lockdown 2013 match, Team TNA versus Team Aces and Eights. December 12th 2013, Eric Young and Joseph Park versus Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. Versus Abyss on an episode of Impact from April 17th 2014. Versus Bobby Roode from an Impact episode May 1st 2014. His World Heavyweight Championship match at Sacrifice 2014 against Magnus. And his World Heavyweight Championship match against Austin Aries from Slammiversary 2014. Plus he has matches with America's Most Wanted, The Naturals, Motor City Machine Guns, LAX, Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash, Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, and more. Next up, Gail Kim, and she has 6 hours of action in only shockingly a 2-disc set. There's the spine. Again with the details at the bottom of the spine from what's on the front, and I'll show you the discs. So I'm guessing they're all going to be like that, you know, disc 1 and disc 2 and so on, disc 3 and 4 on the other ones, or in AJ Styles' case with 4 discs, but disc 3 on the other ones, where they'll have just a picture of the front cover and just label it disc 1 and 2. I'm just guessing that, but yeah. So her greatest matches include Victory Road 2006 with America's Most Wanted against Styles, Daniels, and Serelda. Bound for Glory 2007, a Knockouts Gauntlet. Turning Point 2007 against Awesome Kong. And most of these are going to be against Awesome Kong now. I'm guaranteeing that. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. So yeah, Final Resolution 2008 versus Awesome Kong in a no DQ match. Destination X 2008 versus Awesome Kong versus ODB in a freeway. Victory Road 2008 versus Angelina Love. Oh, I'm wrong then, guys. Sorry, I thought most of them were going to be against Awesome Kong. They were good matches, though. Definitely. Yeah, so we also got Impact. Can't read the date of that one. 8/21/2008. I guess that's August 21st. So Gail Kim versus Kong Street Fight Rules. Oh, there you go, another Awesome Kong one then. Genesis 2012 versus Mickey James. Slammiversary 2013 versus Taryn Terrell Last Knockout Standing match. Episode of Impact from 2013 versus Taryn Terrell in a ladder match. Versus Jade on an episode of Impact in 2015. And Bound for Glory 2017 match versus Ali versus Sienna in a freeway. And then it just says plus many more. It doesn't really list her other opponents as it did on the other collections, but we do get a description of the DVD again on the top left hand corner, and obviously the various screenshots, darker ones in the background and then just the one light one for that set. Number 5 for the collection is the Essential Rhino Collection Impact Wrestling 2-disc set. There's the spine, and this one doesn't have the mini description like these other ones do, as you can see there, which is a bit strange. Not sure why they've left that out. And they haven't even bothered to give a description on the back here in the top left hand corner as they have with the others. Very strange that. So his matches, Rhino's matches were against Chris Sabin from an episode of Impact in August 2005. Sacrifice 2005 match where he teamed with Jarrett against Raven and Sabu. Unbreakable 2005 World Heavyweight Championship Raven's Rules match against Raven. TNA Bound for Glory 2005 match, Monsters Ball match against Abyss, Jeff Hardy and Sabu in a 4-way. Another Bound for Glory 2005 match, Gauntlet Battle Royal #1 contendership. Bound for Glory 2005, that can't be right, 3 matches in one night. Yeah, I remember he fought in a few, but 3 I don't remember, that's strange. Against Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. I'll have to look into that one again later now. Very strange, guys. 3 matches in one night on Bound for Glory for Rhino. Anyway, Genesis 2005 match where he teamed with Team 3D against Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted. Against Abyss, against all odds 2006 in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Against Samoa Joe and Monty Brown in a freeway at Hard Justice 2006, Falls Count Anywhere match again. Bound for Glory 2006 versus Christian Cage in an 8-mile street fight. Impact Primetime Special from November 16th, 2005, Rhino versus Christian Cage barbed wire 6 sides of steel match. Against AJ Styles, an Elevation X match from Destination X 2007. Versus Christian Cage and Kurt Angle for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on an episode of Impact in June 2007. Versus James Storm from No Surrender 2007. Versus Sting for the TNA World Championship at Genesis 2009. And versus Al Snow and Brother Runt in a Hardcore Justice The Last Stand freeway match. But there's no more and more, so that might just be the whole match listing, which would make sense because it's only a 2-disc set, this one. So yeah. 2 more then, guys. So next up, Rob Van Dam with a 3-disc set. And he doesn't have a description written on his spine either, like these ones. So they're the only 2 that don't seem to have that. Again, they're missing this top left hand corner DVD description, which is a shame. Why do that? I don't get that. Anyway, let's zoom in a bit more so we can read the matches. Versus Sting on an episode of Impact in March 2010. Versus Jeff Hardy, #1 contendership match, April 2010 on an episode of Impact again. Sorry, guys. Another episode of Impact match from April 2010, the same evening as well, April the 19th. Versus AJ Styles for the World Championship. So that's a bit of a spoiler, really, isn't it? with the #1 contenders match against Hardy, then the World Championship match. So we also have versus Sting for the World Championship at Slammiversary 2010, versus Samoa Joe from an episode of Impact in July 2010. Hardcore Justice, The Last Stand, Rob Van Dam versus Sabu. Rob Van Dam versus Abyss, Stairway to Janice match for the TNA World Championship. TNA Impact, the whole effing show. Doesn't give a date, that one. I'm guessing it is in 2010. Versus Abyss in a Monsters Ball match from Bound for Glory 2010. TNA Impact from May 2011, he was against Kurt Angle. Then Destination X 2011 against Jerry Lynn. Versus Jerry Lynn again at Bound for Glory 2011 in a Full Metal Mayhem match. Versus Christopher Daniels in a no DQ match from Turning Point 2011, sorry guys. Sacrifice 2012 match against Bobby Roode, that's a ladder match for the TNA World Championship. Bound for Glory 2012 versus Zima Ion for the X Division Championship. Turning Point 2012 against Joey Ryan for the X Division Championship. And an episode of Impact from May 2019 against Tommy Dreamer, plus much more. So yeah, guys, that's Rob Van Dam's. And then finally we have Samoa Joe collection. And like I said, his does have that the details on the spine. It's just those two that don't, Rhino and RVD, for whatever reason. And this one has a description in the top left-hand corner. Very strange layout on these DVDs sometimes. Like they forget to put text on or whatever. But anyway, enough about that. So these matches on here include Slammiversary 2005 match against Sanjay Dutt, Unbreakable 2005 match against AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels in a freeway, Bound for Glory 2005 match against Jushin Thunder Liger, Lockdown 2008 versus Kurt Angle, King of the Mountain match from Slammiversary 2008, No Surrender 2008, where he teamed with Booker T. He didn't team with Booker T. It's a four-way. Sorry, I thought I said it. And so Samoa Joe versus Booker T versus Kurt Angle versus Christian Cage. Sorry about that, guys. Sacrifice 2009, Samoa Joe versus Kevin Nash. No Surrender 2009 versus Christopher Daniels. No Surrender 2010 teamed with Jeff Jarrett. Get it right, Bunny. Versus Kevin Nash and Sting. Also featuring Chris Sabin, Kaz, Scott Steiner, Booker T, and more. And again with the screenshots for him. So yeah, with all of these, they are good little sets. Some surprised me about their releases. For example, no disrespect to some of these guys, but like Eric Young, for example, I didn't think he would deserve a collection release over, say, somebody like Scott Steiner or Sting. But that's just, just my opinion. Cowboy James Storm, he deserved one as well. Maybe even EC3. See, bigger names than Eric Young. Just my opinion. But this was the 7 sets that got released. I don't think they'll be doing any more. It'd be good if they did, because they've left it for a few years now. But you never know. They might decide to release a best of Jeff Hardy. That was another one that would have been good for this collection. Raven, even. There's so many names of wrestlers that they could have released essential collections of, and they would have sold very well. But these are the ones we ended up with. Do you guys have any of these in your collection? Even though they're a collection, I'm just getting confused then. But yeah, do you guys have any of these essential collections in your collection? Or do you have the whole little mini set of all of these? Let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if I deserve one today. If you want me to review any of these collections at some point, let me know in the comments below as well, and I'll be happy to add that to the suggested list. I've got some more videos coming, hopefully tomorrow, and I'm going to be taking a little bit of a short break for the Easter holidays because I have my children home from school. So I've got to try and work around doing videos if I can. If I if I'm able to get 1 or 2 videos out, I will. If not, I'll return in a couple of weeks. But like I said, I'll try and get some videos out for you guys tomorrow as well before the half-term break. And yeah, I should have an unboxing video for Elimination Chamber as well. I think that might be next week. So yeah, that'll be definitely a video that I'll have, because there's only a quick one I can do, as in just under 5 minutes. But yeah, thanks again, guys. I appreciate your kind support. You all stay safe. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. It means a lot to me. I'll catch you again. Peace.